Hey, I hope you're all doing well. It's a little chilly, but we're still doing the whole like walking thing. And here we are with a little bit of an astro talk. Um, I wanted to chat a bit about this Mars at the very last degree of Scorpio. I think it's more or less kind of obvious, but hey, wanted to point it out as well. And I also want to say, I hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday. Lovely. We said that in yesterday's chat. I see 0 people in the room, but I'm going to assume that this is public. 0 likes, 0 people. Oh, there we go. 2 likes, 10 people. Hey. Okay, so we are live. Cool. Wow, my lips are super chapped. Hold on, guys. Well, they're about to be in just a minute. So I want to actually check in though and see how are you guys feeling with this particular cycle, with this particular series of transits. We're now past the first quarter stage. Do you guys feel the shift? Even just it being like at 29, degrees. I think, the shift is usually quite obvious. Like once we move out of that 28th and we kind of get over the hump, and now it's like, all right, we can't really do anything about the test we just took. All right. I'll just be like waiting at graduation, It's something like that. 29 degrees is usually more of like a graduation energy. So maybe you felt that shift. A little bit of like the pressure being a little off. The front of this guy's car is like completely like missing. Whoa. But yeah. So, I want to open up the chat. How are you guys doing, everyone? Guys. Yeah, the astro chat from the other day was a little bit intense where I was like, that's it, I'm moving. Going back to New York. The place I'm like meant to be, You guys. When I started thinking about Salem. Uh-oh. I think I'm about to get a scab on the back of my foot. I wanted to, I'm not wearing socks. Hopefully it doesn't turn into a situation, but I think that maybe I'm gonna use them as like sandals, take my heel out. Okay, you guys, hold on, I took this out so I can use the chaps. Oh, that's not any better. Oh my gosh, now my foot is like, I'm feeling a little bit of the friction on the other part of my foot. So I think the moral of the story is that I should have put socks on. Give me a second, guys. Give me just a second. In the meantime, enjoy the sun shining on the surface of the water there. Nope, my chapstick is not in the pencil pouch. Okay. Hold on, guys. You guys don't mind the sky, right? Give me a second. Please. It's not all too often you guys see me in the sun, but it does happen every now and then, guys, believe it or not. Hold on. Oh my gosh, don't tell me I don't have chapstick. No, I gotta have chapstick. There's no way, like, I just put that here. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Got me freaking out there. All right, guys, so, I may have to find a bike soon because I do think that this may turn into a little bit of like a blister situation. And I've learned from prior experiences that the minute you start feeling it coming on, like it's a little uncomfortable, it's usually better to call it out right then and like shift your foot around. This could be a symbolic conversation, take it as you will, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk a little more slowly, and then the next time I see a bike station, I'll grab a bike and we'll do like a bike talk. So yeah, but how are you guys doing with this energy, and how has your week been? Oh, I was saying that I really I see a truck that says Len on it, Len. Take it as well. Um, it's like huge, like a big, like capital Len. Anyways, so yeah, we were saying that I literally was like, that's it, like NYC, like that's that, that's it. And it's funny because like I talked to someone and they were like, oh yeah, like I'm a tarot reader and I live in like New York. And then she was like, yeah, I'm opening up like a tarot shop. And I was like, all right. I don't know, guys. Like maybe there is a reason why I'm here in DC. Like there's less of that. And it just kind of reminds me of, you know, the fact that I am kind of like, I do stand out. Like I definitely feel like I stand out. Um, in DC in a way we were talking about this the other night. Like I do feel like a little weird here, but maybe there's a reason for that. Like, you know, it's not necessarily the answer to just go where you feel like you have more people there for you. I know I'm totally going back on this. Like we so talked about this, like but that encounter was so particular and like it was a whole thing, like, you know, it was just a vibe. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. And then I was like, wow, but like what if then all right, what if we move to like Salem? I went back to that idea. So listen, I have never been to Salem. I would obviously have to visit first, but and I know this is, you know, but yeah. So yeah, for now, listen, I'm gonna let this Mars and Scorpio pass. Mars and Sag will be bringing through, you know, a new cycle and vibe. We've really been through a lot here during this Mars and Scorpio season, which has overlapped so much, just so much here. You know, the transits of Neptune retro, the Mercury retro, you know, so Venus entering into retrograde in Capricorn. We keep calling Capricorn Scorpio. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but and the Capricorn readings have been missing. Oh god. Yeah, I know. I filmed the Capricorn readings. I just haven't posted them, so I have to. We'll see. I'm following my intuition on that, but I literally recorded like the members extendeds and everything, and I just didn't post it. So, okay. So guys, yeah. I'm personally holding off like with decisions that I feel are like very significant until Mars segues out of Scorp and enters into. Well, the energies for the Mars and Scorpio readings were very exciting when it comes to that. As we saw in last night's live, I personally think so. So I'm excited for that, guys. I'm super excited about that. And we're going to finish the rest of the signs tonight. So for those of you who are wondering, if you're wondering, we'll be continuing that. And I think there's not a lot of people here now. So, but yeah, let me get into the chat. My fingers are a little cold. I forgot my gloves. I just like ran out. Lauren says, Capricorn here. No worries, lol. Just wait. Patient Capricorn. But I do expect the reading. Lauren. So, yeah. We went pretty late last night, Michelle. Michelle says, I have to rewatch last night's live. Fell asleep, but a lot resonated. Yeah. And so yeah, we will continue that. We have the signs left of. We trailed off on Taurus, so we'll do part 2 on Taurus. We'll do obviously the rest of the signs. We already did Pisces, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Yeah, in last night's Mars and Sagittarius reading. We also have already done a full, like, extended transits reading for all of the signs on members. So, yes, if you feel guided, just some further clues there. The readings were really, really very profound and intense. A lot of energies and information and insights that had come through in both the general and the members. Like, even the members was very interesting. And so I thought, but it's always, yeah, whatever you feel, if you feel guided. If you're already a member, then that's also a heads up. If you weren't notified, that video is up there. And we went through all the signs there already. So yeah, thank you for your support as well on members, guys. It is getting cold. Ooh, it's getting cold, yes. That video also, by the way, was posted on the general members. So monthly subscribers should have gotten access to that video. Because yeah, I figured I'd do it on the monthly. If you are a real-time member or anything above the monthly, you get access to that tier plus the monthly. So real-time members get access to every tier, and they all, basically all the videos more or less, and they get access to the obviously the real-time videos when we talk about the individual transits. Okay, so yeah, but guys, oh right, the bike ride. I know there's no bike in sight. I don't see a station. So I'm starting to walk a little more slowly. I feel very cold. Very cold, but I mean, what are we thinking with these like holy jeans and like no socks with like sneakers and like, that's all right. That's okay. Could be a lot colder. Yeah. But yes, we're grateful. So, hi. I am walking Conversions of Light. Technically, I am. So school bus rolling by says Catholic high school. Could be a message for some. Wow, guys, look at the sun. Just do some Nigel backlit on the plants here without giving location too far away. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling the blister on my right pinky toe. Just a little bit raw. Feeling raw. But yeah, guys, so I knew that had to be a message for someone. All right. Conversions of Light says that was my message. I'm happy to hear that. Like, listen, no, like even in last night's live, for those of you who weren't there, I think it was during one of the readings. Oh, it was during the Scorpio reading. We were getting very abstract. We're getting very, very channely. I was channeling, like, it felt like very strange details. And at a certain point, I had to like open it up to the chat and be like, "Hey guys, can somebody please like acknowledge that this is like a message?" Okay, because I was feeling very like at a certain point, it was so many messages, I was starting to feel a little ungrounded. But yeah, and they were so specific, and people were like, "No, not like it's a message." It's like, all right. But yeah, I mean, I guess we have to remember, that channeling is channeling. Like, we can't judge what comes through, and so I'm seeing a little green car. It reminds me of the little race cars in that Disney movie. I'm not sure. Whew, all right, but yeah. So, anyways, I think I'll switch hands because my right hand is like feeling like a popsicle. Popsicle fingers. Yeah. Whoa. It's like heating on the little case of the earbuds. There's a bus going by. It says Markum. Every time I see that bus, because it's like, I think it's a tour bus. And yeah, I think of like Rome, like Marcum Aurelius. I think it's Marcus, but that's just what comes to mind. Yo, my knees are, they're starting to feel very cold. I don't know. It's like we're talking about astrology in every body part. Yeah, and the temperature of it. All right. But anyways, guys, this is really fun. I actually really like these little walks that we do and these journeys, and I always like come back to these readings, and I'm like, wow, that I just feel the vibe. Like it's so fun. Like it's kind of like a memory, you know. So yeah, hopefully it's something fun for you guys too. Um, I really would love to do more like photography and like videography, but yeah, I gotta like preserve location maybe a little bit better. Otherwise, yeah, it's just I I am gonna finish Taurus heart songs. Yes, tonight. We hopefully we will get back into Taurus and um yeah. Woo! It's freaking cold, guys. Cold, 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 cold. Yesterday we had a gale warning. Can you believe it? It was like a fucking tornado out there. It actually was during the reading. I don't know which sign it started to pick up through, but it was very strong wind out there. So looks like a little sailor hat on the floor. I don't know. I think it's not a sailor hat, but it looked like one. Um, oh, yeah, Kentucky was coming through. Oh my gosh. Hopefully, I will find a bike station soon. You know what I think I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to, yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. Because this way, if I go this way, then there's no bike station. So, oh, is it windy everywhere? Wow. Yeah. So, in literally like not too long, guys, maybe a day or two, we're gonna have a stellium and Sag, and that is gonna be crazy. So yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. Um, as we saw, I mean, you should always take it as you will and watch the Mars and Sag reading, like gauge it for yourself. Oh, just missed that crosswalk. Okay. Uh, um, yeah. Of course, take it as you will, but I picked up on the energy as like in the first week of the series, like the energy is gonna be a little different. Once we pass through like 3 degrees of Mars and Sag, like there's just gonna be a different world of energy entirely. So if I'm talking to someone here who's feeling a little sluggish or they feel like they still have something that's lingering, don't worry. Um, it's gonna we're still at the 29th degree anyways of Scorpio, but those who are very sensitive here to the frequencies probably felt that even in hitting 29, it was much lighter, just different. And then like the orientation of the energy kind of shifted. Like when it becomes like 25, 26, 27, 28 degrees, it's like you feel like it's impossible not to focus on that, on whatever's coming up in relation to that planet. This is what I have found. I think my lips are gonna like start moving some more slowly, guys. It's really that cold. And then yeah, so there's the Marcoon bus again. And and then once it hits 29, it's like, okay, I still, it's not the same intention and focus as it may have been. So having said that, we will move then into Mars and Sag, but we still have a little bit of like, a little bit of catch up time. So I like to give about 3 degrees on either end of the spectrum. And yeah, so we'll be shifting with that. Divine great great grackle. Sorry. um I don't know why I'm showing you my hand. Okay, I've always been into astrology. Yeah, actually. And like ever since I was like young, when I was in that Markham bus is like circling. Just a minute. How far can we zoom? Okay, I'm done being a Scorpio rising. Okay. Uh, that could be a message for somebody. You just take it as you will. All right. What is he even eating? Look at him eat. He's eating on the little. Is that a stick or something? He's got like a little. Oh, he's really got something that he's eating. Yeah, he's definitely. Oh, it's like a little acorn. Oh no, look, you guys, he's got something there, bro. He's got like something right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on, guys. What is that though? Okay, you think he felt this like stalking a little bit? Okay, back to life, back to reality. Who's to say that that's any less reality than? Okay, so it's time to come back to the message. So, not that that's not the message possibly, but yeah, what were we saying? Um, yeah. So, Grackle said, yeah. I've always been when I was younger. It's so funny because I was in a psychology class and in like high school, I think actually it was, and we had to do some sort of study, and it could be on any topic, like absolutely like anything. Okay, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it on astrology. And okay, like at that time it was like Cosmo World magazine, like, astrology was not like what astrology so called is, or today, or how we see it, or even, but that's so subjective. Like some people are grown up, like they were brought up with like learning about their birth chart and stuff. So it all depends, but like at least where I grew up and like it wasn't that like, we're looking at our chart. So anyways, I know I'm a Pisces, but I just was interested like in general, like to kind of see, but I never looked at my chart really, and at that point, and I never really, I would look at my horoscope. So, but I was fascinated by it, and I did this test. I took the descriptions of all of the signs, and so I did my whole like thing on that, and I was like going around testing people on stuff. And can you imagine? Oh, we're at the bike station now. Yeah, let's ride the bike. Why not? If if I can fit the bag on, give me a second, guys. Let's see if we can fit the bag on the bike thing here. Uh, nah, it's a little too big. So I think we'll just continue walking. Like we already walked this far, anyways. It's all good. We're almost. So, yeah, Smart Bus is literally like right here. It's parked right here. Okay, so going back to it, it was something very interesting for me. Um, looking back on that even now today, that was, something I was curious about. So much so to like do a study and like pull on it and like a whole like psychology like essay exam thing. So there's another Mark bus. Gotta stop with that. Okay. And I should probably get my mask on. Let's do that. So, it's cleared around. Cigarette smoke. This is one thing. The one thing that I like am concerned about when it comes to like living in a big city or like, well, specifically, I haven't found like smoking to be that crazy in DC, but New York, oh yeah. So that's like one of the things. Like I remember getting into like, whoa, be careful here. I remember getting into like kind of like a little bit of a moment. I was getting very, very like frustrated, irritated by that because air quality is really important, and this is one of the things. So, um, that's yeah, it's coming to mind. But anyways, guys, we'll see. You know, again, like I said, I'll wait until I see a torn up map. We will see when Mars goes into Sag. Like, I think it's better to make decisions when it comes to movement and travel, anyways. When we have more planets, the better in Sagittarius, because um, that's literally the ruler of travel. So yeah. Um, but to answer your further question, Grackle, right? Divine Grackle. What was your name? Divine Grackle. Yeah. I was really into astrology like before I was really into tarot. Like I was watching astrology videos before I was doing tarot or watching tarot. So yeah, I was usually very attracted, drawn to the field of astrology. And so yeah, I'm looking at the chat. Looking at the comments about the squirrel. You guys, I wish I could. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish I could video. Damn. I wish I had like bodyguard crew, like so I could just not be worried about anything. Man. Well, I do. I know I'm protected, but like I just don't want to think about it, you know, in the back of my mind. Like I don't want to feel like people know exactly where the fuck I am. But like I wish I could be like videoing for you guys. Like, you know, because it's just really interesting right now. I'll describe it to you. So I see like a white, like it's like a big white structure, huge, right? And then I see like these people sitting down, and they look the contrast. Many of them are wearing these dark coats, and it looks like it literally it first we were just talking about the squirrel, and I was like, whoa, they look like huge squirrels. Woo, all right, okay. Oh no, she's officially weird, bro. Yeah, no. No, I don't know. Okay. It's like, yeah, she's we were talking about this even in the other Astro chat one time. It was funny the other night. I was talking about how people like people were saying, "Yeah, I thought you were like very eccentric, quirky when I first came across your channel." And then I was like getting more used to it, and I was understanding more like the vibe. Making jokes about that, like how people usually they think I'm like really on a wavelength of some kind, and then when they start to watch more. So yeah, my right hand is frozen. Okay, so we'll like make it. We're gonna be good here, you guys. Crew team. You're thinking about being on a crew team? Um. So I almost joined crew actually when I was in college. Um. Yeah, in Boston. Oh, my back. Uh, definitely. It's like time for yoga. I haven't done yoga in a long time. I really want to get back into that. Even like that honk. Even like one or two stretches, like oh, you feel so much better. Like you could just feel the shift. But anyways, guys, yeah, I wanted to join the crew team when I was in college. And we would like well, I wasn't on the team. I didn't join, but I was like very curious. And like if you do join, like stand over here. This lady's bending over. Right here. You guys, she's literally doing a yoga pose on her back. We were just talking about that. Okay, let me cross it. I think she hears me. Oops. Okay, he's like staring. All right, so, but yeah, So we were going to like um, crew down the Charles River in Boston, which I'm sure would be like an amazing experience. But I ended up not joining. It was like in the very beginning of the season, and it was like my first time like at school, and I just didn't want to like overwhelm myself as well with too many of these. Um, and you had to wake up like extremely early, like I'm not kidding, like 4 a.m. to go rowing down the Charles River, which would be like so cold. But I've always been very like active, and so I would have loved it, I'm sure, but it was a lot for a hobby, you know. It wasn't it would have been like more recreational. So, but I'm sure like it's so cool, and like whenever I see people rowing, I'm like, wow, that's like really that's cool. Rowing down the rivers, be it in Boston or be it in DC. Um, and I'm sure it's an amazing workout. So, yeah, I remember that meeting. I walked in, I was like, all right, let's do this, guys. They're like, all right, so yeah, every morning you wake up at 4 a.m. and we're gonna go down out um, in the cold weather. This lady's staring at me. I don't know if maybe she like heard that I said she was like doing a yoga pose. Wait, I wasn't talking that loud. Maybe she's just giving me a weird look. Maybe she's Scorpio rising. It's usually that way. Scorpio rising, like people usually be like, oh, they're looking very mean. It's like, no need to introduce yourself, Wednesday Adams. Something like that. Yeah, so um, usually it's like it's a very Scorpio rising thing or Pluto on the rising. It's like they have like the arch nemesis rival look on their face. Like they have like the arched eyebrows. Like it's like a whole moment between you and them. And then when you talk to them, then it's like if they're not a sun sign Scorpio, at least. Okay, well, it doesn't have to be that, you know, sometimes Scorpio is standoffish or whatever, but all right. But it's more the Pluto on the rising, okay, the influence, or the Scorpio rising, because then when you talk to them, it's like, hi. Then they turn into like 1-800 Teletubby, I love you, you love me, depending, of course, on the sun sign. um, that's usually how it goes, though. Yeah, it happened the other day actually, um, with someone, and I was like, okay, they're just a Scorpio rising, I'm sure. So, because I mean, I didn't do anything, you know, but they were like glaring at me, and I'm like, what's going on? Oh, they must be a Scorpio rising. And then they were actually like very, very like, yeah, but you never know about people. But I'm willing to bet that like that individual had like Scorpio rising. The mask is like slowly growing on my face, moving up. So, but yeah, what were we saying? It's clear around. So yeah, but I've always been fascinated by that, and I've always been interested in like water stuff with water, you know, sports related to water. Like I was officially on the swim team when I was in high school, and water polo team when I was in high school. So I've always had this like draw towards water. I've not surfed, never surfed, but have like had a curiosity. But um, wow, it's cold. I'm seeing this color everywhere. Everywhere. It was even on the Markham bus. It was like the brand color. Um, okay. And so I've never swam like I've swim in the ocean like ish, but not yeah, not really anything like worth I don't know, certifying, I don't know. But I've definitely yeah. Like when I was in Hawaii, I was like, maybe I can like surf it. Nah. I was like these waves were huge, and like when you see these people, they're really like, woo, they just like run in the water and like. But the one thing that deterred me was the jellyfish. Yeah. So the whole like jellyfish thing and getting drawn out to sea, and you know that was kind of for me something. Uh, I was like, no, I don't want to get like stung, and I was alone, so yeah, there are a lot of people like surfing and like, you know, cowabunga dude. It's like, all right, you guys are so cool, wow. I was just like laying on the sand, watching them like these girls, they were like running like Moana into the like water and just like surfing and like just wow, like it was very cool to see that. But yeah, but I've had dreams of surfing. This lady again, I think she's the one who was glaring. I'll just be like, yo, you're a Pluto riser? No problem. But I saw a jellyfish. I saw a Portuguese man of war. Um, in like a little lagoon. Like I would go in the lagoon, but I wouldn't go in the full blown like ocean. Not too far in. Um, you guys, someone's license plate says pirates. Maybe it's symbolic. Wow. So yeah, interesting. Ahoy, ahoy there. Yeah. So, but I've had like so many dreams of me teaching people how to surf, and like, wow, another squirrel. Well, he's not doing much. So, oh, is that he? He looks like he's maybe frozen. He's getting cold too. Okay, guys. Well, there are a few of them. They're just standing there. I don't even think they're really eating anything. Not really. Anyways, guys. Anyways. Okay, we got some attention. Attention all over the place. My right hand is like almost visually getting very cold. So, okay, guys, this is really fun. And so, uh, uh, well, that's better. Using the hood on a jacket. Oh, imagine doing tarot cards in this cold weather. All right, guys. But yeah, I'll never forget it. Like in Hawaii, these people were like swimming in the water naked. Like all of a sudden, I saw like emerging from the crystal clear blue turquoise waters was like this man with like a very heavy beard. It was like he was like emerging. He was like a merman. He was completely naked. And I was like, wait, is that a person? It was on a really isolated part of a beach. I don't know if anyone knows. Uh, like the Maui, there's some kind of part of it, Paia, Maui, that coastline, and people were just like in groups, like, and then there was a part of there were people, there were like a group of people who were in the water, but then they were completely naked as well. And then there was like this one part of the beach where like it was just this one, it was a man and a woman, and they were completely naked, and And yeah, they just it seemed like yeah, their bodies were like super like they're older. It's very interesting. So uh I never went in the water. I never went in like the ocean. They were going deep. They were swimming like way. I mean, how do you make sure that, you know? I was in the lagoon and I saw a little like blue jellyfish. And then after that, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to head to Japan now. So that's when I decided that it's time to leave Hawaii. I had been there for like a few months already, and I was doing the readings from there. I think you guys remember. So yeah, guys, it's clear to run. Yeah. Oh my God, I need a glove. Oh dear. This reminds me of, okay, this is more like story time rather than astrology, but hey, that's okay. I remember when I used to live with Bandit in DC, and like it was our first time in the winter here, and it was the first winter that got like so cold. Well, like the first day of the season, really, where I mean, no one was expecting it to really get that cold, and all of a sudden it was like the weather got fucking freezing. We were walking home, and my phone died. We were like, we were a few blocks away, but it was, and I had my gloves on, and I remember all of a sudden he just like stopped walking, and I'm like, what is wrong with him? And he was lifting he would just lift his little paws, like he would just go like off of the ground, and I was like, is he okay? Like, what's going on? His toes were freezing. He was so cold. So what I did was I couldn't order an Uber. Like the phone had died, and I wasn't expecting it, you know, like to be so cold, but it was so windy. So I was like, okay, I have to take my gloves off and put them on him. So first of all, I was like taking his paws, and I was like blowing on his paws, like trying to warm his paws up. And then I took my gloves off, and I put them like on his toes. And um and then he had, but I only obviously have two gloves because I don't have 4 feet, 4 hands or whatever. So yeah, so then I just carried him the rest of the way home, and it was like for a few blocks. It was really cute. Oh, they open there? Okay. Wow. So it reminds me, so uh and yeah, and then we ran home. But yeah, he was like, I'm cold, Nat. But yeah, when he used to live here, I used to put like little like, you know, I put a sweater on him, and he would wear his little coat. He loves the weather here, you know, but it was you guys see the moon? Second quarter stage, first quarter stage moon. Cool. Very cool. So yeah, yeah. So he loved DC. He loved the weather here. He loved the snow, like, yeah, so it's a whole moment, like he would really enjoy it. But boxers are they're from Germany, I think, originally. I mean, there are American boxers, but I think like in their type of breed, like they like the cold. So yeah, we had good times with that. But he used to wear his little jacket, and and but yeah, we wouldn't be walking like for extended periods of time when it was very cold. So, but that, yeah, interesting how the weather just turned, and I think he just wasn't ready for that or used to it. Right. He's so cute, guys. I love him so much. Oh, 4444. Oh, he's definitely trying to like make communication. Yeah. Like, do 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 do. Hey, Nat, remember me? Missing four everywhere here. So, well, guys, this has been fun. Heads up, I am still working on the tarot deck, publishing. So, I don't know if it will be available before the new year. We'll see. It would be so cool if it could be, but I'm gonna follow spirit guides. And but yeah, as a heads up, I'm really excited. We pulled a little bit not too long ago, a little bit of time ago about that. I was like, how many decks would you guys possibly be interested in? Because I'm talking about the whole like, ordering lot package. So I would love to have that set up before the new year. Oh, this couple just kissed, guys. They're still kissing. I don't want to ruin their kiss, but yeah, they are continuing walking. They just had a little moment. All right. Nigel, relationship edition. Nigel Thornberry applied to romance. Okay, so yeah, guys, thank you for your support, and you'll see each other soon for the rest of the Mars and Sag series tonight. Love you, light to you guys. Even though I don't want to hang up, but it's like so fun to talk to you guys. I feel like we're talking. I will go back and watch this chat. Yeah, the pre-ordering, right. It's just my thumb is like, whoa. Yeah. I have one glove. The one that is at home, it's just one. Even if I were to bring it. But it's better than nothing, man. Honestly, I could have alternated hands. That's okay. That's right. So we're all good. You guys, thank you for tuning in. Any other clues? Yeah, that's about it. We'll see each other. All right. Bye, guys. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in.